Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my May TBR, aka the list of the books that I'm hoping to read next month. My TBR is a little bit, let's go with ambitious. It sounds better than ridiculous. But to be fair, so far as I'm filming this in April, I have finished 10 books and I will probably finish like 3 or 4 more. So I think that even though I have way too many books in this video, we're gonna go for it. I believe in myself. I feel like I have been reading more and more since the beginning of the year, so we can do this. So the first 2 books are books that we will be reading on the Patreon book club. So the first one is for the classic category. We have 2 months to read it. So May and June, we're going to be reading East of Eden, which I am terrified by that book. Because first off, the size, I mean, you know, it's a big one. But mostly there's just so much hype that in my head, I've built it up and I'm afraid that I'm not going to love it as much as everyone else. And a lot of you feel the same, so we're reading it together. Hopefully that makes it so much easier. But everyone seems to put this on their list of like best book I've ever read. So I want to read it. I want to love it, but there's just some pressure, you know? I believe this is considered a retelling of Abel and Cain, like the Bible retelling. So I'm assuming a lot of like family drama, very character-driven story. We're gonna see how that goes. But yes, I'm happy we're reading it together because quite frankly, I feel like it's one of those books that would have stayed on my shelves for like my whole life. So I'm happy we're gonna go through that one, hopefully. The second one we're going to be reading is for the month of May, and it is Piranesi, which is an adult fantasy standalone. And this was part, I believe, of the Goodreads Choice Award of 2020. I didn't get around to reading it, and there's just a lot of hype behind it. People either love it or hate it. Apparently it's really weird, but it's a quick read, but some people struggle to go through with it. I've heard just rumors the whole time trying to avoid knowing what it is about. I'm going to go through it without knowing more than that, and the cover is kind of weird too. I've never read anything by the author. I know she's really well known for Mr. Norrell and Jonathan Strange, I think. And it's another really strange fantasy book. So we'll see how that one goes. Again, very happy we're doing this together. I know a few of you are actually rereading it because you really enjoyed it. So that's making me hopeful. Okay, the next one is a book that was given to me by a friend for my birthday last month, and it is My Brilliant Friend, which is the first book in a quartet. And I believe this is a really popular series in Italy. I believe the author is like anonymous. Nobody knows who she is. So I'm curious. I want to read this and see if it's worth the hype. It's out of my comfort zone, but I've been looking for books that have better, like just more female friendships. And my friend told me that this one was a really good one. I believe you're following these 2 women throughout their whole lives. So there's going to be ups and downs. And I want to know. I mean, she loves it, so I want to give it a shot, even though it's not really the kind of books I usually gravitate towards. But this cover, for some reason, I'm a big hater of people on my covers. But for some reason, this one kind of works. I'm liking the vibes, so we're going to give that one a shot. I'm going to try to vlog it, I think, because a lot of people love this series or want to know if it's worth it. So I will be the guinea pig. We'll blame it on the French. Before I forget, a new release that is coming out beginning of May, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. She is a popular romance author, and she has a couple books that I've been thinking about reading. I feel like I read like a couple, like 1 or 2 romance during the summer, and I was thinking about picking up something by her, and I thought, why not the newest release, right? Book Lovers. That sounds like I would love to read that. So I'll read that, and I will probably vlog it because why not? I feel like every time I'm like, oh, I'm not really into romance, but then I get ridiculously invested and I get really, really mad. Usually, yeah. Because I want to root for the romance, but then it becomes toxic like most of the time. So hopefully it's not the case with that one, but I'm looking forward to the release. I think it's May 3rd. If I have time, I also want to read A Prayer for the Crowned Shy by Becky Chambers. I have an ARC, basically an advanced reader copy of that one. It's coming out in July, so I'm hoping to read it in May. June at the latest, but it's really short. It's very character driven. This is the second book in the Monk and Robot series. It's just a non-binary monk chilling and chatting with a robot, really. It's just a vibe. I mean, look at the cover. Like, this is the vibe of the world, and I just want to spend every minute in there. It's just... Becky Chambers is just the best. So I will attempt to read that one too. One of my challenges this year is to finish more series, and quite frankly, I don't think I'm doing well. I refuse to look. I'm pretty sure I've only finished like 1 or something. But June is approaching, and real talk, I'm starting to feel the pressure because that's usually when I do an update of like, oh, look how I'm doing with my challenges. And I know I'm not doing well with that one, which that's the point of this challenge, right? I wanted to finish 10 this year. So I wanted to try to continue one that I so far enjoy, and it is the Queen of the Tearling series. The second book is The Invasion of the Tearling, and I really, really enjoyed book one, completely forgot it existed and read it because of a challenge. It was just on a bottom forgotten shelf, and I really loved it. It's an adult fantasy, very much like reminded me of when I bought it, like the kind of fantasy books I was reading at the time, and I really, really enjoyed it. I have been told by way too many of you that book two is very, very different, so I'm nervous now. Thank you. But I want to know too, like, why is it different? So looking forward to reading that one. Book one had a lot of like political intrigue, and just the main character was nice to follow. And I want to know more about the magic system, so hopefully that's in there too. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. But I read the first one really quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. Two books that I'm in the middle of, and I don't think I will have time to finish before the end of April. Yes, still reading The Demon Hunted World by Carl Sagan. I'm enjoying it. It's just that it's kind of heavy, so I'm going through it slowly, but it's good. And the second one is the Arcanum Unbounded by Brandon Sanderson, which again, I am slowly but surely making my way through. I'm not loving it, and they're all like pretty short stories, so we'll see. Hopefully like the next story is better, but it's been up and down so far for me. I have a couple audiobooks I want to read next month. The first one is the next one I'm reading. I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish it so quickly. The Invisible Kingdom, which is a memoir about chronic illness. I've been reading a couple ones this year so far, so I wanted to try this one because it's new and I want to tell you if it's worth the hype or not. Well, there's no hype yet, but if it's worth the read or not. The second one is Unwell Women, which is once again about women being mistreated in medical situations, which is again still related to my own struggles. So I've been reading a couple to let you know which ones are worth it or not. But this one has really great reviews, so hopefully I enjoy that one too. I didn't have time last month to get around to reading that one, so quickly, White Tears, Brown Scar, How White Feminism Betrays Women of Color, so basically about intersectionality in feminism. Also didn't have time to get to The Library, A Fragile History, so we'll get to that this month. Empire of Pain, The Secret History of Slacker Dynasty, which I believe it's the family for pain management pills that I can't remember. But it's like 3 generations and it's another nonfiction. I'm still in the mood to read a lot of nonfiction, so bear with me. I know some of you are probably tired of it, but I've been enjoying them, which is like different for me. So I'm just like riding the wave for as long as it lasts. Kind of related to that, I also have Dope Sick on my TBR. I have it on my waiting list at the library, which I've heard great reviews, and I believe this is a TV show too. And it's again related to pain pills. So great reviews so far for that one too. I think it's really popular. I think the TV show is helping. So let me know if the TV show is actually worth it, because I will be watching it after listening to the audiobook. And last but not least, I wanted to try something a little bit different. When I saw When We Lost Our Heads at my library, I decided to put my name on the waiting list. This one is like historical fiction. I believe this is kind of a retelling of like Marie Antoinette, because the main character is called Marie Antoine. I don't think so. Is it? Is it? I don't think so. Anyway, it's about like a friendship between these two girls, which I've mentioned I wanted to read more books about friendship, so female friendship. So when I saw it, I was like, well, you know, it seems to be getting some hype. So far, the reviews are positive. I kind of like the cover, so I decided to give it a shot. I feel like my reading has been very hectic this year, and I'm not hating it. I feel like it's making me get out of my comfort zone. I am hoping I will find more 5-star books, to be honest, but I feel like I started the year so badly that everything has been going up since. So the bar is not super high, but I'm enjoying myself, which hopefully you are too. Let me know in the comment section what books are on your TBR from May, because I want to know. Maybe I can add a few more books to my TBR, which now that I'm saying that, I'm realizing I do have a plan to do a reading vlog for the oldest books that have been on my physical TBR that I have yet to read, because I did a challenge, like a book tag recently, where I looked back to my first book haul video and I realized that there's about like 5 or 6 books that I have yet to read. I had read most of them, so I was happy about that, like proud of myself. But I have a few that I still have yet to read, and I think I'm gonna give myself like, I will choose like 2 of them or something and just be like a mood reader for that section and just pick 2 books in there and read them. That way I can make some progress, because I was shocked that some of them I hadn't read in like 5 or 6 years. But I feel like it's kind of classic with Booktube, but yeah, still, it's been too long. I think that's going to be it. More than enough. I did say this was going to be an ambitious TBR, and I was not joking. But I mean, like I said, I think I'm going to read like 13, 14 books in April. So like I can do this, right? I can do this in May too. Why not? Let me know which one of these you would like to see a vlog on. And like I said, I will attempt to do the book lovers one. I'm assuming it's going to be a popular choice. I will probably do one for this one too, because I'm sure my friend will want to hear all my thoughts on this one. And it's a popular series, so hopefully I enjoy that one too. And then probably the oldest books on my physical TBR, because it is about time that I get around to reading them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe. Let me in the comment section actually the books that are on your TBR, and I will be posting more books. Nope. More videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.